Okay, we're here today with Dr. Rasmussen, and we're also here with our cadaver, or our organ donor, and his name is Bob. Say hi, Bob. I guess Bob's not feeling like talking today. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about organ donation and what that is, what all that entails, and why organ donation is important. All right? So, Dr. Rasmussen, how many people are there in the United States that are actually waiting to receive organs right now?
There are 117,850 people.
Wow, that's a lot of people waiting for organ donations. Now, we know not all of those people are actually eligible to receive organs, right? Only about two-thirds of those are eligible to receive it because a lot of those people aren't even active. They're bedridden and will never recover. But that's still a lot of people. You know, even you take two-thirds of that number, that's a lot of people waiting for organ donations, especially when, there's only about 30,000 transplants done a year, roughly? Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. So, can you tell me, we've got a healthy specimen here. His lungs look nice and healthy. How many lung transplants were done in the year 2000?
There were 956.
Wow. What about heart transplants? He's got a nice healthy heart too.
Oh, there were 48. Or, no, that's together. Heart transplants, there were 2,198.
Oh, okay. So the heart and lung transplants was the 48 number? Mm-hmm. So they received both the heart and lungs, but just the heart alone was how much? 2,000?
198.
Oh, okay. All right. Quite a few.
Yep.
What about intestinal transplants? How many of those were there?
There were 79.
Wow. And what about kidney transplants? He's got some nice, healthy kidneys.
13,327.
Wow, that's a lot of kidney transplants. You know, the neat thing about the kidney transplants, though, is the fact that a lot of those will come from living donors. It's not always from cadavers, right? Because people only need one functioning kidney to be able to live, and so a lot of times people, if they're a match, they'll give up kidneys for loved ones or family members, right?
Yep.
Can you tell me how many liver transplants there were?
Liver transplants. There were 4,954.
4,954?
Yes.
Wow. So we can see that his bones are exposed. They've taken some of his skin. The skin's taken for skin grafts, right? For people that have been burned or maybe have skin cancer or other skin disorders. So they're able to transplant the skin. A lot of times also, you look here, he's got some nice big eyeballs. They take the corneas and transplant corneas and lenses. They'll take either just the bone marrow, like we see right here, or they'll also take the whole bone. And then if we look under here, under the kneecap, oh, right there, that thing right there, look at that. That's a nice, healthy ACL right there. So somebody that had a sports injury or something like that would be able to receive a new ACL from a donor like this. So we'll put that kneecap back in place. So what other alternatives are there to using cadavers or human donors? What other alternatives are there? Do you know?
Let's see. I believe that there.
Do you remember what they were called?
Pig.
Yeah, there's the animal organs, right?
Yep.
Do you remember what that's called?
I believe that was called, xenotransplantation.
Okay. So xenotransplantation, what is that? Sounds kind of weird.
It is a transfer of animal organs into human bodies.
Okay, so they transplant animal organs into human bodies. Wow. That's probably got some controversy there because they're killing animals to keep humans alive, right? So you probably got animal activists get upset about that. What other options are there? Was there something about cloning?
Yes. That is to produce organs with an identical genotype to the recipient. Has issues all its own. Cloning is still a controversial topic, and that's especially considering the possibility for an entire person to be brought into being with the express purpose of being destroyed for organ procurement.
So they're basically growing another human being to grow organs so that somebody else can keep living, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of crazy. But I've heard also that science is trying to get to the point where they can use stem cells to just grow particular organs rather than an entire human, right? So they can just grow, like maybe a new ear or a new heart or a new kidney or, different things like that, so they don't have to grow the entire body, huh? So that's cool. Well, Dr. Rasmussen, can you tell us what it takes? How do we become a donor? What kinds of things do we have to do to become a donor?
Well, the first step is to register.
Okay.
You can become a donor online, and you can become a donor like registering in a Department of Motor Vehicles.
Okay. So you just go there and when you're filling out your driver's license information, you can just check a box to indicate whether or not you're a donor? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I've also heard you can specify what organs you'd like to donate, right? So you don't have to give your whole body, just the different organs that you want to donate, right? Mm-hmm. All right. That's awesome. Well, what do you think? Is organ donation pretty important?
Yes.
Yeah, especially considering how many people need organs in order to be able to keep living, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we want to say thank you to Dr. Rasmussen for being with us today and answering some of our questions. And we also want to thank Donor Bob here for his participation. You want to wave hi to everybody? Or maybe goodbye to everybody? Donor Bob? Hello? All right. He's still got a little bit of movement. Oh, thank you. All right. Okay. Well, from all of us here at the City Morgue, we're signing off and wishing you a safe and happy evening. Good night.